It's week 6 of the NFL, and we'll get a look here at Caleb Williams. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Bengals and the Lions, and it's all up next.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
He got touchdowns. I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person. Obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I loved was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes called.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of once you just take off and go.
It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Here's Williams. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they were trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play right out of the gate.
The Lions offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back. His name right there at the top. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Play action, now it's Daniels. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Looking for Michael Mayer on the play, but it'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback. For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Daniels. That pass caught, it's Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams. 26 yards. And the Lions lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Just an unbelievable start. Less than a minute in, they're already up 2 touchdowns.
You talk about getting out of the gate fast. I mean, beyond fast. That's warp speed, isn't it? To jump up with 2 scores like that in less than a minute's time, your confidence has to be elevated.
I haven't even found the right height for my chair yet. I'm still adjusting.
You mean you found a way to sit down?
I did, yeah.
Wow, you're quick.
I guess I got that accomplished.
I'm still standing watching this occur.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Here's 2nd and 10. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Williams. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Looking to throw is Williams. And once again, this is Sanders. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage there by Carlton Davis. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. You talk about this Lions defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
To the air, Williams. And he will find his man Chase complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Off the bootleg, it's Williams. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On play action, here's Williams. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Play action. Now Williams. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
A nice little juke. And this will wind up a Lions first down as good running gets him to about the 44. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So as they talk it over, we step aside. To throw is Daniels. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big hitter there, this 18. So they'll come up in.
How about the guy who made the play? We often talk about where they take a good first step.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Travis Etienne with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw, Williams. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll go play action here with Williams. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big play.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Brian Thomas from 4 yards out. And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Time for another look at this Lions offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
In motion goes the tight end. Daniels looking to throw. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. That's to the Notre Dame man, Michael Mayer. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 61 yards and a touchdown. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. A shotgun snap and again to ETN. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
To the air goes Daniels. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Slot man moves right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll go. Here's Williams. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Now Daniels. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing now is Daniels. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Rolling to his left. And a big hit there. That was a man coming with bad intentions. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. The kick by Bass is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bengals offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more. And he's an early front runner for MVP in the NFL here in the first half of the season. As you can see, he's a league leader in passing yards at this stage of the game. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. An option handoff given to Sanders. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. To throw, it's Williams. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Kayvon Thibodeau. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Here's Williams. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On first down, right back to Etienne. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Another tote for Etienne. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They go play action. Daniels. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here's Jack Fox on to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost. Here's
3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Williams. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. Williams. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jamar Chase, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are back within a score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a really nice play, to be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Waddle, the motion man right. Here's Daniels. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Daniels. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was James. Well, welcome back to all of those watching inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The Bengals have the football as we rejoin the action in quarter number 2. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Williams. He's got him in, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, it's off to the land to check on the Browns at home in the dog pound. And they've got the lead over the visiting Chicago Bears. Matthew Stafford's thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Eagles trying to finish that one off and claim victory. We were treated to a fine performance in the first half from the Heisman Trophy winner, Jaden Daniels. He was on point repeatedly, ultimately finishing with 4 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters alone.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bengals offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, they need designs on getting back into this football game in the second half. They're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Play action, now it's Daniels. He'll get this off to ETN. Just a gain of a couple there, and that will bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Daniels. Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Off the play fake. Daniels. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Looking to throw. Daniels. That's caught by Jennings. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. The kick by Bass is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3, but a much better start than the way they played in the first half.
To the air, Williams. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Running right, here's Sanders. Down the right sideline, inside the 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Well, shifts past him. And the Lions are going to have this short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
And that's complete Etienne out of the backfield. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8. Etienne up the middle. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. To throw is Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Daniels looking to throw. Throw caught by Mayer. So he stopped for no gain, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Daniels. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll look to throw again. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, They did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, here's Williams. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 31, here's 2nd down and 5. Looking to throw is Williams. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest, and a 1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And they go the wrong way on this one, losing yardage back at the 12. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Off the bootleg, it's Williams. They'll roll him out right to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. It's the Lions in control of the football as we take you back to the action in the 3rd quarter. They'll run with Etienne. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Travis Etienne, touchdown, Detroit. Travis Etienne with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals. as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair.
Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. To throw, Williams. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
They'll go. Here's Williams. Looking deep here for Chase.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Waddle, the motion man right. Now Daniels.
He's got it. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jalen Waddle.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Lions up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
And out now, here come the Bengals.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
To throw, it's Williams. Looking deep here for Chase.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
He's going to go up top again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Here's Williams.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Elijah Molden.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
To the air goes Daniels.
This is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown.
Michael Mayer.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Oh, he dropped it. And
from the shotgun, a throw for Williams. That's complete to Pearsall.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Williams. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options and throws it away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kayvon Thibodeau able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. That is caught. Downfield is Pearsall. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. Working out of the gun, Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 41. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 159 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Etienne once more. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And it's been a struggle for them all afternoon. This defense has really done it. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
18 more yards there and another first down. Throwing is Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
He's to the 15 and all the way down to the 5. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Williams going to look to throw again. Sliding out of the pocket. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Flushed out right. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
They'll turn to Sanders, and he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Touching. Offense.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not